You know, the business game of fishing has changed since I got in the sport 20 years ago. And I look back and I think, I made a ton of mistakes. I didn't have a marketing degree and I didn't have any really vision when I started. So I've kind of pilfered through the game on my own, trying to learn the ins and outs. And I can look back on some of the most crucial things I've done wrong, my biggest mistakes. And if I could share them with you to try to correct for the next generation angler, I would say, first thing is if you're in high school and college, and really focus on high school for the first part of this, spend your time on the water. Spend your time on the water. Work on catching bass and not bass sponsors. If you work on your water game and you dominate at the local high school level, it don't matter if you have sponsors or not. They're gonna find you. But when you're that age, you have the most free time. Once you get out and you start working, you don't have all the time in the world to fish. I know when you got school, but after school, hit the water. I promise you, you catch them good enough, you can write what you want to on a white t-shirt, you can cut the sleeves out. The same thing in college. Spend time focusing on catching bass. And let me tell you, and this is gonna sting a little bit, that don't mean throwing a 34-wire Alabama rig up and down the lake. Read your electronics, you get behind them hummingbirds and you learn them. You fish tough conditions, and when it's bad, you fight through it. You build the character in yourself so when you get to that next level, you can perform. When you make it to the opens, you make it to the elites, you make it to the FLW tour, whatever it is you're striving to be. It's a walleye tour, it doesn't matter, it's the same business principle. I always say, I have a theory say get runners on base before you try to hit a home run. Yeah, we're always trying to win, but if you go out and you fish through the Federation, you make the Bass Classic, and you have offers from 6 or 8 sponsors that you feel like they're just not gonna pay me enough. They're just $200 a month sponsors. I can't make any money like that. So I just won't have any sponsors. You go to the Classic and win it, you don't have any runners on base. If you have the opportunity to represent a company, you got a runner on base. You go perform at that highest level of bass fishing, those sponsors will take care of you. But you can't, a home run is just a home run. But you got runners on base and you win, it's a grand slam. The whole theory is you gotta crawl before you run. I worked boat shows way before I had sponsors, and you know what I did at them? I washed boats. You got it, I washed boats. I wiped down boats. I swept out booths. I wiped down the glass case. I did whatever I had to do to build a relationship with L&L Marine, because that's the only way to get a runner on base. So just work on your water game, guys. I mean, I'm telling you this because it's the things I did wrong. Looking back on it, you know, you have your one shot in life. Get all your ducks in a row.